What was the biggest plot twist of your life? I was scrolling through social media late one night when I stumbled upon a missing persons report. The face staring back at me from the screen made my heart stop. It was my best friend from high school, Sarah, whom I hadn't seen or spoken to in over a decade. The post said she'd been missing for 3 days. Memories flooded back, our countless sleepovers, shared dreams, and the painful falling out that ended our friendship. We'd fought over a boy, of all things, and let pride keep us apart for years. Now, seeing her face labeled as missing, I felt a wave of regret wash over me. Without hesitation, I called the number listed on the report. A tired-sounding detective answered, and I spent the next hour recounting everything I could remember about Sarah, her favorite places, old hangouts, anything that might help. As I spoke, I realized how much I still knew about her, how much she still meant to me despite the years of silence. The detective thanked me for the information and promised to keep me updated. I spent the rest of the night tossing and turning, plagued by guilt and worry. Why hadn't I reached out sooner? Why had I let a teenage crush ruin such a beautiful friendship? For the next week, I was glued to my phone, checking for updates and scouring social media for any news about Sarah. I even took time off work to join the search parties combing through our old hometown. Every day that passed without news felt like a weight on my chest, growing heavier and heavier. On the 8th day, my phone rang with an unknown number. It was the detective. They'd found Sarah's car abandoned near an old hiking trail we used to frequent. My heart raced as I gave them directions to the secret spot we'd discovered years ago, a hidden cave off the main path that only we knew about. Hours later, the detective called again. They'd found Sarah in the cave, dehydrated and injured from a fall, but alive. Relief flooded through me, bringing me to my knees. She was okay. She was alive. I rushed to the hospital, my mind swirling with all the things I wanted to say to her. When I arrived, her parents were outside her room. They recognized me immediately, their faces a mix of surprise and gratitude. "She's been asking for you," her mother said, squeezing my hand. Taking a deep breath, I entered the room. Sarah lay in the hospital bed, looking smaller and more fragile than I remembered. Her eyes met mine, and for a moment, it was like no time had passed at all. "I can't believe you found me," she whispered, her voice hoarse. I moved to her bedside, tears streaming down my face. "I'm so sorry, Sarah. I'm sorry for everything. For the fight, for not reaching out, for wasting so many years." She shook her head, wincing slightly at the movement. "I'm sorry too. It was such a stupid reason to throw away our friendship. We talked for hours, catching up on lost time and rediscovering the connection we'd once shared." She told me about getting lost on the trail, falling and injuring her ankle, and crawling to the cave for shelter. "I kept thinking about you," she admitted, "about how you were the only one who knew about that place. I prayed you'd remember." As visiting hours ended, I promised to return the next day. Walking out of the hospital, I felt lighter than I had in years. It took almost losing Sarah forever to realize she had never truly been lost to me. Over the next few weeks, as Sarah recovered, our friendship blossomed anew. We laughed about our teenage drama, marveled at the twists and turns our lives had taken, and made plans for the future, this time together. The experience changed me profoundly. I learned the value of forgiveness, the importance of nurturing relationships, and the unpredictable nature of life. It taught me that sometimes the greatest plot twists in our lives aren't just the unexpected events, but the unexpected ways they can bring us back to what truly matters. Now, years later, Sarah and I are closer than ever. We've stood beside each other at our weddings, held each other's children, and supported each other through life's ups and downs. Every time I look at her, I'm reminded of how close I came to never having this friendship again, and I'm filled with gratitude for the twist of fate that brought us back together. Our story has become a reminder to those around us. Never let pride or petty arguments come between you and the people you love. Life is too short and sometimes too unpredictable. The biggest plot twist of my life taught me that second chances do exist, and that it's never too late to rebuild what was once lost.